one of the biggest impediments to growth in most people is lack of knowledge or developing skills on resilience. You know, how to literally push even when things say otherwise, how not to read the weather at times and say it's going to storm, I'm not going out there to go and plant as a farmer.
Yeah, like today, like yesterday I saw the weather for today, they said there was going to be 7% chance of like thunderstorms, everything from the morning till now that it's bright and sunny outside.
Exactly. So most of the time we actually look at the elements, and those elements sort of influence us whether to take action or not, or whether to stay in bed. I'm saying, and my message today was to guys to say that even if the elements are telling you different, you need to stay the course, push, you know, and make sure that you actually drive your goals to make sure that you win.
It's kind of like how George Washington did, like in the very, like, what's it in the beginning, like he pushed through the, I forgot which river it was. Pushed through even though it's snowing now.
The Alamo
River.
Yes.
I don't really know that much about U.S. history, but that's what kind of.
No, 100%. I mean, there's, in essence, so I run an NPO called Self Leadership Academy. And one of the things that we've realized is the fact that you need, for you to win in life, it doesn't mean that you won't have impediments on the road. Okay? But it's also about developing a culture of leadership. What type of leader are you? All of us, in every terrain, in every discipline, we are leaders. Okay, so what type of leader are you? Are you the kind of leader who's going to face the elements and say, I'm going to push through and make things happen? Or are you the kind of leader who's going to be self-saving, not even self-saving, and discourage all those who come after you to say it cannot be done? I'm saying that, you know, especially if it's possible, if it's something that is doable, just press on. When you feel that things are not going to go well, it's part of life. Sometimes you fall, sometimes you rise, but it's how you rise actually that makes sure that you win in life.
It doesn't matter how hard you get hit, it matters how far you get back up. But regarding your background in psychology and, you know, all that general stuff that had to do with the mind, what do you think is the main cause for the youth of South Africa today being more depressed than usual or having a higher suicide rate than before?
So the funny part is, when I started Self Leadership Academy, one of the key reasons was to see that our young people, first of all, they're the future of this country, but secondly, they are in essence the drivers that need to take hold of the steering wheel today to make sure that we have a future that is bright in this country, the future that we all desire and strive to have. So it's in the hands of young people. And now, unlike us when we were growing up in a different era, young people today have all the opportunities in front of them. But let me tell you what the key challenges we found through psychology or through research and the likes. I love research. I'm a researcher. One of the key things that we found with young people is impression management. Most young people see other people succeeding, and they begin to judge themselves and push themselves where they are now to try and leap some of the steps that they need to take to make sure that they succeed. When in essence, you know, success is not a sprint race, it's a marathon. You gotta stay the course, you gotta slog to make sure that you succeed, and you gotta walk through the various stages of the process that you're taking to make sure that you win. A lot of young people look at successful individuals and say, why am I not there? And they ask the wrong question. It's not why am I not there, it's how can I get there? It's not why am I not there, because the why am I not, the word not is a negative driver. So it will take you back to depression. A lot of young people are suffering from depression. We've got high rates of youth suicide today because they look at where they are and they look at what they want and say it's not easy for me to get there, so I may as well off myself because I'm a failure, I am a nothing. Depression is a real depression, anxiety, and all its cousins. Those things are real problems that we face today amongst young people. So my message to young people, it's simple. Okay, yes, dream hard, but understand, to get from where you are to your dream, it takes work. It's not going to be easy.
I actually have to agree with you there because even I used to help people on my side. So I used to do the thing where, you get like suicide hotlines. So I do it for my close friends. If they ever need help, I'll, phone them and they just need someone to talk to, and then after they'll feel better. But I feel like people have to go out there and actually go for the help or go for the, for therapy and everything. And that leads into my next question. Do you think therapy could be more affordable in the future, or do you think it'd be easier to access for people like, let's say, those in the township or those who can't actually afford to go for therapy? Because it's expensive sometimes.
So it's about models. So therapy again. It's the problem with psychology in the world today is that it has been commodified and commercialized. Yeah. That's the problem. That's why I chose to go into the non-profit space, because I believe that it's a tool that can be used to the greater masses to make sure that it reaches as many people as possible. You need to create access to help, and us getting into the NPO space enables us to do that. So we create platforms where we're able to reach schools and learners in school, because also at the cusp of decision making, especially grade 9, they're about at that level where they're about to make decisions about their futures, about the subjects that they want to do, but also about who they want to become. So that's critical for us. So we want to reach, and we send psychologists, through donor funds and also some of the programs that we've put together to make sure that we reach those young people. But we also do entrepreneurs as well, whether it's township entrepreneurs, whether it's startups, to make sure that we reach some of those people, to build resilience amongst them, to make sure that, they're able to understand themselves. Who are they? Do they fit? Do their personality traits fit to what they want to do? Because sometimes, I always say that not everyone is an entrepreneur. There are entrepreneurs and there are people who are literally professionals and specialists who need to go into a corporate space or any other work to actually make sure that they create a future for themselves there. So you need to know yourself. Self-awareness is very important. So we build those programs to make sure that we reach people. So, but I do take your point. It's an expensive exercise to go into therapy, but there are those therapists who are literally making sure that they create opportunities for, like ourselves, to make sure that people have access to help. Help is very important.
That is very true. Thanks for coming on. It was actually really nice talking to you and everything. Just keep in contact for later and stuff.
Thank you so much.
Whenever you're around, you can come through again and just probably be on the show again. Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you
cool.
so much.
Thanks.
Thank
Bye.
You so much. Sure. Awesome.